Good day, dear participants of the 6th International Conference, Computational Linguistics and Intelligence System. Today, I'm Larysa Savytska. I'm from Kuznets, Kharkiv National University of Economics, Ukraine. In today's my presentation, I'm going to speak about Word2Vec model analysis for semantic and morphologic similarities in Turkish words. The study presents the calculation of the similarity between words in Turkish language by using representation techniques. Word2Vec is a model used to represent words in the vector form. It is one of the latest techniques developed by Thomas Mikhalov to study high-quality vectors. The Word2Vec model is formed using articles from Wikipedia DAM Turkish service as the corpus, and then cosine similarity calculations method is used to determine the similarity value. The open source Python programming language and the Gensim library are used to obtain high-quality word vectors with Word2Vec and calculate the cosine similarity of the vectors. Continuous backwards algorithm is used to train high-quality word vectors. The cosine similarity values in the results are derived from the weight dimensions values of the vector dimensions. The window size 10 and 300 vectors dimensions configuration are taken. The corpus is trained in 5 cycles, epochs with the same parameters. The Turkish corpus contains more than 161 million words. The dictionary of the words, unique words obtained from the corpus, is more than 367,000. Such a big data gives an opportunity to conduct a high-quality semantic and morphologic analysis for the arithmetic operations in the vectors. The research using machine technology Word2Vec is of great practical importance to computerize many areas of linguistic analysis, such as identifying semantic similarity of the words and phrases, automatic clustering of the words according to the degree of their semantic similarity, automatic generation of thesauruses and bilingual dictionaries, expanding queries due to the associative connections, constructing semantic maps of various project areas, and so on. Thomas Mikhalov and his team conducted the research on training word embeddings by using Word2Vec model representation from English corpus. Before we did the research on training the word embeddings by using Word2Vec model representation from Ukrainian corpus of general subject, Dmytro Chaplinsky used LexVec, Word2Vec, and GloVec model representations to train Ukrainian word embeddings. Andrei Romanyuk suggested training Ukrainian words embeddings with Word2Vec, fast text, and views model representations. Victoria Vysotska did comparative analysis for English and Ukrainian text processing based on semantic and syntax approaches. Semantic clustering of Turkish word vectors. Word vectors obtained from the general context Turkish corpus using Word2Vec models are clustered and related in terms of semantic relations of Turkish words. As a result of training the word Istanbul, the city named the first 5 word vectors with the closest cosine similarity to the vector Istanbul are shown below. Istanbul and Ankara vectors are clustered together referring to semantic relations between the words Istanbul and Ankara, 2 important cities of Turkey. As for the vectors such as Bursa and Trabzon, they are clustered together referring to lexical paradigm of the words represented in the other important cities names of Turkey. The word vectors Üsküdar and Yeni Bosna are clustered together with the word vector Istanbul because words Üsküdar and Yeni Bosna represent names of 2 important districts of Istanbul. Arithmetic operations of the word vectors and semantic relationship between words. The first 5 word vectors with the closest cosine similarity to the result vector of Kral minus Erkek plus Kadın operation are shown below. The results obtained from the Turkish corpus is similar to the results obtained from the English corpus. The vector Kraliçe belonging to the word Kraliçe is the Turkish equivalent of the word queen, and the closest cosine like vector to the result vector from the operation. This operation is the replacement of the gender characteristics in the word crowd, which expresses nobility. In terms of the word meaning, the result of the process is the word kraliye. It is seen that the word meaning is compatible with the results of adding and subtracting the vectors. The word kraliye is defined as the wife of the king or the woman who rules the kingdom in the current Turkish dictionaries represented by Turkish Language Association. Another example below are the first 5 words vectors with the closest cosine similarity to the result vectors of Ingiltere minus Londra plus Ankara operation. This operation is a transaction of the relationship between countries and cities or their capitals. The vector obtained as a result of Turkey. The first vectors among the cosine-like vectors. The process and result vectors are compatible with the results of adding and subtracting vectors. Formal clustering of Turkish word vectors. Turkish language is an agglutinative language. The general feature of agglutinative languages is that the word root are kept constant. Suffixes and inflections with various functions are added to the roots by adding different suffixes to the root of the words. New words are derived, and the vocabulary of the language is formed in this way. All changes and developments in Turkish are based on root suffixes combinations. The first 5 word vectors with the closest cosine similarity to the vector gitmek are shown below. The word vectors clustered like a cosine are vectors belonging to the words in the form of infinitive. The clustering of the words is related to the formal feature infinitive suffix mek. It is formal derivation from the word root with the suffixes mek. Arithmetic operation of the word vectors and morphology between words. The first 5 word vectors, the closest cosine similarity to the result vector of the gitmek minus git plus pure operation are shown below. According to the results of the operation, the obtained vectors clustered like a cosine, referring to the formal feature infinitive suffixes mek and mak. The research analysis made in terms of semantics proved that the word vectors accuracy could represent clusters according to semantic and formal relations with the words they belong to. The research analysis made in terms of morphology proved that the word vectors are clustered and related in terms of morphological features according to Turkish-specific suffixes. It indicates a high structural level of construction of the Turkish language. Our future work on topic will focus on constructing semantic maps of various subject areas and expanding queries due to associative connections. Thank you for your attention, patience, and interest listening to me. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them.